Right. What's up, fellas? Getting some Assetto Corsa EVO today. Big day, big day. We are getting the new .8 patch today. So, working on the website. I never stop, but feverishly. So we have 8 servers up. GT Hyper Super, Clean Racers Club, that's the private one. Multi-class, Nürburgring Touristen, 80s and 90s Legends, Cup. Right now it says Porsche, but it's actually KTM. I'm updating that. Spun up a brand new F1 server and one that's just for Kyalami, the brand new track. So we're in the KTM Crossbow. Just joined one of the servers. This is my website, melonracing.com. We got live servers, we got our tuning tools, we got our club, league, profiles, we got our badges and trophies and all kinds of cool stuff. So anyway, so this is .8. We've got the game set on ultra settings. And let me make sure the stream is showing up before I get too far ahead of myself. Just audio. So anyway, yeah, okay. Let's pause those and make sure everybody's seeing me okay. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Yes, sir. We're live on 8. I just got the website fixed, so this is my first drive. I was just saying, I set my graphics to ultra, everything high as it'll go, and even took the mirrors and told them to be real time instead of delayed. So, yeah. Let me get, I need to meet that server. The new one I got invited to. Alright, so let me get my stream stuff on Discord, let everybody know we're streaming. Guess I hadn't streamed in a while. Usually I just copy and paste it from a previous post, but I gotta scroll for days. Yeah, I've been working. When I get in this work mode, days go by, I don't even know. I don't even friggin' know. Holy cow. Bro, how long has it been? What? Deletable? Somehow skipped one of those messages. That many posts that I haven't streamed. Well, shit. I guess I wasn't fucking around. I was getting some shit done. I wasn't playing. It's here somewhere. Scroll up a few days. Seems I've had a lot to say the last few days. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Alright, I found it. Yeah, I get in these modes, man, and when I'm in work mode, I got a lot to say. Don't ask me a question. I'll fucking rattle your head off. Oh, you want to know the molecular structure of that? Just keep rattling. Oh, we gotta... Let's get a picture of the game. Oh, that would have been a good screenshot. Let me get that again. It shows the X on there. And that's just the start. Okay. There it is. Cool. Screenshot for us. Oh, it got the shit. Let me try again. I forgot I got VR. It's getting me both eyes. That looks kind of weird. Oh, but handle starter and print screen. Oh, missed it. But it's not important. How about that? There we go. Better picture. Posted it up in the disco. Yeah, let's make that our YouTube thumbnail real quick. Then only take a second. Then I'll hit the track here. Did you get to do any racing yet? Did they fix the poor mirror quality? Um, what do you mean by poor? Because if you're talking about it being low frame rate, that's just a setting. The quality on the Ultra, man, looks good. It's been looking good on the old one. The only thing I did notice on the old one was like the draw distance is different. So even though I have it on maximum draw distance, I can't see. Oh, the virtual mirror. I don't usually use the virtual mirror, so I don't know. But I know a long time ago when I had an AMD, I was using it or checking it out or something, and yeah, there was all kinds of problems. But since then, I'm gone for realism and less of that, so it kind of became a non-issue. So I'm not real sure. What kind of problem were you having with the virtual mirror in particular? Are you going to be racing a while? Oh, okay, cool. Yes, sir, buddy. We got 8 friggin' servers up, dude. It's crazy. And it's nutty. I went ham on it. I was like, give us, what looks like 30 frames. The virtual mirror. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is a setting, and that may be the virtual mirror shares it because it is a mirror setting. But if you go to your settings in video um, and graphics and go down to mirrors and dash, see this optimized rendering? Is that showing up on the screen? Um, Optimized rendering, if you have it on, it's 30 frames or 15, choppy as shit. If you turn that off, the dumb thing is I've set it on ultra. You would think ultra would give you the best. No. Set it to ultra, then you gotta come in here and turn that off. And then you get the whatever frame rate you're running, I imagine. Yeah. That's the kicker. I don't know if you can see that on the here, I'll change it to desktop capture for a second. Right now, I'm just capturing the. Did that work? So yeah, this setting here. Um, Even if you put the game on ultra, it will turn that on. So turn that off, and dude, the mirrors are like, oh shit, it's so good. And like the GPU usage, I didn't. Well, I mean, I got a crazy GPU, but even so, normally you would think like if this is a problem they don't use an ultra, you would think, oh, that's you would think, oh, okay, well, it's a bad setting. Oh, they got it wrong. So it's early access, so there's gonna be some. But I found tunes that were backwards. I found tunes where one side of the car the suspension was set this way and the other side was that way. And then I would find just stuff like the inconsistency. So it's just human error, programming error. This is the 5090. Originally on this game, I was coming out of Forza Motorsport 7.8. Of course, you can run that on something a little better or a little easier. And so I was using that 6900 XT X. 6900 XTX. It was like the highest in AMD at the time. But it was getting years old and kind of falling behind. So I got the 7900 XT. And then later, I think they came out with the 7090. Was 7090 the current AMD one, I think? Um, and I was thinking about getting that one because even the 7900 XTX, it was like it's good enough for VR if you're not streaming and doing video editing and all kind. I got 50 things open here. This game is in. It's on the desktop. It's in each eye of the VR. It's over here in OBS. It's here in Twitch. It's here in YouTube. It's here in Kick. So it's like, there's a lot going on. So I tried all these video cards, and it's like it's just not cutting it. I'm trying to save money. I'm not built with money, so I was like, kept going, and I got the 5070 Ti. I walked in Walmart. I wasn't even looking for it. Went in Walmart. 5070 Ti was like $750, and I was like, damn, I could probably sell my 7900 XTX for that and get a brand new and get on the team green and get away from AMD buggy ass drivers crashing all the time, and incompatibility with this game, shader issues with that game, and there's just always headaches with it, you know. Um, Spontaneous driver crashes causing reboots. Ugh. So anyway, it got better through the years with AMD, but it's never that great. I mean, anyway, so I got the 5090, and yeah, it's amazing. But this game in VR, as you know, is so demanding that even it struggles. But now we're on the new version of the game. I did extensive testing with the beta testing team. I gave them charts on the difference in performance around the whole track, start to finish, you know, with like a real tool, a CapEx or something like that, and logged the whole run, and you know, gave them the statistics so they could see, dude, if a 5090 is choking to its knees, y'all gotta get to fucking work. It's ridiculous that I'm on this thing, even when I wasn't streaming, you know. If I put this headset in full resolution and don't turn on any upscaling, and I don't turn on any cheating, you know, frame gen or anything like that, 45 frames per second in VR in this game with a 5090. And it was like, guys, y'all got to do some damn work with this VR. It is thinking it up, you know, in the nicest way possible. I told them that. But and so anyway, I got them all the data and shared that, and then some other guys did as well per their request. And once we did all that, so we're oh yeah, big time testing. I'll be doing a video tutorial soon on all the settings, what they do, which ones help you get frame rates, which ones don't, which one kill frame rates, how to set up your VR properly, because you know there's a billion settings in a lot of these VR apps, you know, and some of these settings are, you know, custom things I figured out. That's the actual resolution. Then you got quad view and center, you know, upscaling settings. Is it FSR? Do you go with this? You know, there's a lot of things I'm going to be testing throughout the day on the new client to figure out what works, what doesn't. No, I wouldn't say ditch DLSS. Are you in you doing VR? I run native most of the time. In this game in VR, your options for video settings are very limited. But yeah, I don't do upscaling in here. I do mine through the VR. So yeah, so if you got a single monitor, yeah, DLSS is good for you. If you can run it in native, it'll be sharper because DLSS is doing some trickery. Whoops, qualifying is over. I'm gonna win. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. So yeah, but yeah, I can go over all that video settings and stuff sometime. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, I haven't even tuned this guard. Well, that's fine. We don't need to tune it, do we? I was just getting a notification up about it going here. Let's get this. How's it looking, guys? Oh, it's not looking. That's the whole desktop. Let me get you one eye. There you go. That's one eye. It's got two lenses, obviously, one for each eye, and they're canted. They're angled differently. So the view is not particularly the lens, but the view is canted so that just like our human eyes, right? We got an eye on each side for a purpose, you know, like a head, like a shark. They're on the side for a reason. That gives you the stereoscopic 3D view, and that's why we have two lenses here to match that. But they have to be at slightly different angles, the video. And because of that, you need double the GPU to do it. Yeah, this makes some nice sounds, doesn't it? Kind of got a little sneeze to it. Blow off valve. Oh, I like the window netting. Pretty racy, way up high like that. This is Kyalami. Woohoo! STC3 whole tires. Let's go up to 4. Need to get on that rubber. So this is the GT2 model. I think it's got about 620 horsepower. And this is a lightweight frame, so it should be pretty peppy. But it's GT2, so it's not going to have the grip of the other model, the GT4. It will rotate though, I like that. Some games in the KTM will not rotate, it's just on rails, and that's it. Kind of stabbing the guys, but I'll be like, we're just goofing around right now. It's not serious. Looks like it needs one more on the TC. Yeah, this is nice. I hope it's competitive with the big dogs, so we have another car on the track with us that's cool to look at. It's going to be really nice, and we can actually set up a real GT. So it's just GT stuff. Yeah, she needs some grip in the back. The rears are at about 80 degrees, 20, almost 27 pounds, so that's like perfect. So, I think we'll go to the pit. Yeah, this is fun to drive. I like it. I wonder what people are saying on the internet about the game right now. Is anybody liking it or are they hating it? I don't know what the consensus is. I hadn't heard anything. Hadn't been reading. Just kind of it's so busy with the website stuff. I have not done anything else. Oh, did I forget the camera? Sometimes I don't turn it on, but I'll turn it on. Let's see. Did I look at the Discord? What up? Did I miss something? Oh, their Discord. Oh no, I didn't. Nice. Let me back out and get these guys a picture. My bud's just talking about joining, so let me get a picture of all the servers. So yeah, check it out. Bro, you're gonna have to start scrolling to read all my servers. Look at that. Got a whole page. I started them all on Kyalami, and one of them is just Kyalami. So there's one. If you just want to play Kyalami, check out the new track. You can get on there. I even made a new one for F1 cars. Of course, we have our private club server, Clean Racers Club, for league races and stuff. And our new multi-class, I built that yesterday. We've had the NERB green. This NERB one, any of them that have the track name in it, they just stay on that track. So that's the Nürburgring only track day. It's just a casual, It's a nice one because sometimes we get 50 people on there at the same time. And then, of course, the Kyalami only. So some servers are car specific and some are track specific. So eventually we're going to have even more servers because we're going to have servers for mods and some that don't have mods. You know what I mean? So just getting this started. Get the screenshot for Buddy here. And then we'll get back in the car. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I just hope the players show up. It shows we got 609 on right now. I'm sorry, 609 servers, 550 players. That's a lot more players than we had yesterday. Yesterday was like 150. And then last night by midnight there was 80. So yeah, people are checking it out. That's a good sign, right? Let me get the screenshot of. Let me get it for this man. Bango, bango, bam. Let's see. It's up where I was gonna put this one out, getting my dick stepped on. I won't let me post a picture in here, will it? No. Bam. Bam. Nah. See if the general chat bites. I just told them I got 8 servers for what it's worth, you know. Okay. Where should we go? I want to drive the KTM, and I'm actively adding the cars to all the servers. So it's a bit of a process because I got to write a bunch of files. So I got that going on in the background here. Somebody's on the NERB. I think that guy was just idle earlier. Like the name of this one says Porsche. I'm going to change that because that was the Cup car yesterday. Today we're going to make it the KTM. So we'll have a KTM only race today at some point. That'd be pretty fun. Setups? You mean like tunes? Yeah. Yeah, no, I got tunes. Like in my on my team on the website, I uploaded a free tune for whoever wants to take a look at it. Um, so you can share tunes if you join a team. Let's see if that's what you're talking about. I don't think I got this car on here yet. No, that's a work in progress. Trying to get the new car in the GT. I don't think I got the KTM in there yet. Nah, I haven't showed up yet. We're working on it. Let me check my. Oh, let's see if I got my. Oh, it went up. Shit. Hmm. Moved. Let's go to one of these that does have the new car on it because I do want to drive some more. The Kyalami only has it. I mean, that's what we just were. It's alright. I just wanted to back out for some reason. Forgot what I was doing. Lack of sleep catching up on me. I slept some. I'm trying to drink some more. You tell them dehydrate a little bit. Oh, it's internet. Come on. That's saturated. Let's see. It's probably all washed out. Let me get it figured out. I even put on my Melon Racing t-shirt today. It's hard to see right now. That little man's face is supposed to be green, but I got a green screen behind me, so it's not showing it. Tweak this video a little bit. We don't need low light compensation. Let's focus a little bit. A little bit of focus. There we go. Focus, focus. Please don't focus. Filter. Alright, that's up. Okay, I think that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so vehicle setup. So right off the rip, this thing is oversteering bad, and you could turn up all the traction control, and that would help. But so last tire pressure measurement I saw was good. The front toe. I'm trying to think, did it need help? I don't know, but I usually like a -1.5. That seems. I tried like -2.0 on a couple different cars, 2 different times, and it didn't like it. But don't get too hung up on these numbers because everything's subject to change, right? Let's just go crazy with the camber. Aggressive. Wow, that's a really high number on the caster. That's the force of the wheel wanting to return to center. Rear tire pressure. I think the pressure was okay, so we're not gonna mess with that. And it's already got a positive toe. Positive toe keeps you from overspinning. So if you need help turning, go negative. If you need help stopping and oversteering, go a little positive. So obviously they know this car is oversteering, so they've added that. Which is, for me, it's like rats, you know. Damn. I thought I was gonna find something there. So traction control, we know we need to start probably more like 5. I like ABS 1 because I don't want the computer that involved. Fuel we'll figure out. Suspension. Alright, front is firmer than the rear, and they've already softened the rear all to hell, so it won't over rotate. So they've already done a bunch of tricks to try to keep this car from spinning out. But one thing you can do is firm up the front, and it'll feel more responsive. Soften the rear. Front and rear suspension is a relationship. A lot of things on cars, you adjust this, it doesn't affect that. Front and rear spring rate does, because you're adjusting how much weight transfers front to rear. So when you hit the gas, if you have really soft rear, all the weight goes to the rear tires. If you're in a rear-wheel drive car, that's what you want. So we're going to try to firm the front and soften the rear. This is a very lightweight car. A lot of times for the rear, I'll go like 150, and for the front, go you can go 250, 350 on some cars. Depends on, if it's got a front engine V12, you might have some really strong front. Oh, it actually has some. Okay, it does have some info about that. All right. Sometimes if the front of the car can't dig in, you might need to soften up the front. But right now, I've got an oversteer problem for damn sure. And I did some other things with the negative camber on the front to help it turn. So I can go firm on the front and go super soft on the rear and use that relationship thing that I was talking about. The firmer you go on the front, the softer it's going to be on the rear, effectively. Because it's here's the front and there's the rear. It's doing this basically. Firmer here keeps this up, softer here keeps that down. So when you hit the gas, it's all going to go back there. Because the front's stiff, it can't go anywhere but backwards. Alright, so, and there's travel rates with struts. You can adjust the throw length. So like pro trucks, stadium trucks and stuff, they got those freaking fucking 4 or 5 foot long struts, on the shock towers and stuff. And it's to absorb everything. So that's a lot. That's where you start getting into dampening and rebound and stuff like that. That gets pretty tricky. But with dampening, this is bump stuff. So that's when you go over a bump, that's how much the shock absorbs it. If you set it to super firm and you hit a bump, your front end's going to go up in the air. So usually I take these settings and go pretty soft. Couple clicks usually. There's these like race cars, they're usually silly rigid, and sometimes a really rigid setup is not ideal for a bumpy ass track. So you go to Sebring where it's like concrete pad to concrete pad with those little gaps between it. So you're just going, like you're on a highway, and then you're trying to turn, and there's gaps between traction, and then you got these bumps set firm as shit. Your car's just going, and then so the tires just separating from the road all the time. And some of that's unavoidable, but if you can soften things up, you keep the tire down in the grooves and the undulations and the dips and the bounces, absorb it. There's a lot of track videos. You'll watch a guy with, and you could tell they just basically welded the damn thing so that nothing can move and travel and absorb. And you'll see them driving and their damn teeth are coming out of their head. It's like, whoa. Whew. It does not look fun. They're just, well, you can hear like their foot coming off the gas because it's bouncing the shit out of them. You can literally hear the engine going, whoa, 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 whoa. And it's like, bro, your suspension is, it's not too tight. There's not even words for it. It's welded together. Anyway, so ride height on the front is 75. On the rear is 80. There's not much pitch. Usually you want some rake to help it rotate. But they may have done the opposite on this car because it's spinning out. Also, they already have the rear wing angle all the way pitched high as possible to put as much downforce on the tires. So there's all these settings I'm going through. I'm hoping I was going to find something that's wrong that I could help it with that oversteer. There's not much. There's a lot they've already done in this car to keep that from happening. Normally I like a rake of about 10 millimeters, so I want the front about 55. That's pretty low without bottoming out the skid plates and stuff usually. And then the rear, if the front's 55, then it means I want the back about 65. So it's always got a rake. So as air is coming over the car at this direction, it's forcing the front end down and then coming over the back and hitting that wing that's got a high tilt, and it's shoving the car back down. So it's keeping it planted at high speed just with the shape of the body, and then you also have the wing as well. If you get the shape of the body correct, you can use a lot less wing, and just kind of more like a duckbill, where it's not doing quite, ducktail, where it's not doing quite as much. So on the front, this is interesting. Yeah, that's quite the quandary. I want to lower the front because that's really high, and that would help it, the center mass, help it turn and stay grounded instead of trying to tip and put all the weight on one tire. It would stay. If you lower the car, you're keeping the car flatter, so it ain't got as much weight to move, and it just keeps things planted better. So let's see. Let's just try it like it is right now, because I don't see a way to. This is an 8.0 patch. Version 8.0, yeah, 8.0. So you don't want to bring forward any old tunes. Make sure you don't do that. If you've made any liveries or any skins for your cars already and you got them into the old game, don't bring them into the new. That'll crash. The devs were giving us some hints on some of the issues they've run into this morning, I guess, probably through the Discord channel complaints. I haven't really. Let's see what's going on in there now. Oop. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the beta testing. Where's the? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, look, I said I got 8 servers up. Let's go. This is in the official Discord. Bugs? No, those eventually broke. So what do you think? Oh, these guys are getting snippy already. Woo. Some people aren't really made for that job. You're gonna eat shit from customers. So that's just kind of part of it, man. I mean, don't break their own game. Maybe something testing. Maybe. This guy says 8 crashes today. Why is the M2 so hard to drift? I don't know if the real life M2 handles like that. Alright. So that didn't look too terrible. It's kind of quiet in there, actually. Maybe that's a okay thing. People are racing instead of complaining. The ones in orange were mods. So TG, he's a beta tester and Discord moderator. So there's a private section over here that I'm in that's where all the developers hang out. These people, Nils, he's a developer. Shit, I forgot Ryan. What is he? So these guys are probably developers, and then yeah. Some of them you'll see, like Ben. He's not a developer, but he'll be, he's in charge of the Discord. But that guy Nils, he's the guy who writes the tune. So when you go in there and adjust the tune and stuff, he's the one that made all those settings. So I'll be sending him a message later. I'm like, "Are you having problems keeping that KTM from spinning out with the GT2 and 620 horsepower?" Oh, do you? What's it? Yeah. Nils and I don't get along too well, but because I point out bugs and he's the guy who makes the bugs, so then he gets mad. I'm like, dude, don't shoot the messenger. He's like, it's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. That's kind of what he's saying. I'm like, all right, dude, I'll temper my emotions. But I'm pissed because the shit's been going on for when your server's been down for months and nobody's responding to your tickets, like the old days. Yeah, I had every right to be pissed. So I was kind of pissed that they were gaslighting me about being pissed. And finally just told them, like, look, the amount of anger I bring to you is directly proportional to the amount of bullshit you're pulling on your customers. So, you're going to have to take your lumps with me. But we've chilled out since then. We're all adults and stuff. It's just tense in there sometimes between the beta testers and the developers, because we want stuff fixed and we're all over their ass to get it fixed, and we're not letting them loose. Like when they stop talking about a known issue, I bring that shit right back up. I'm like, hey, you're not done here. So it's not to be mean to them, it's just keeping the pressure on so that they're not forgetting about what's important. Because sometimes they'll be in there talking about testing the horn and shit like that, and I'm like, bro, we got servers that are crashing. What are you talking about? Who cares what the horn does? So we don't see eye to eye in there on a lot of stuff. And great part because they know their game better than me. But I know beta testing better than them, clearly. I've run beta testing teams. So I've been helping them with that, trying to get them to the 21st century at least. Oh, well, I'm way over here. Forgot what track I was on for a second. So we're looking to see, I added some negative toe in the front and a little bit of camber in the front. And what we want to know is once these tires get up to about 80, right now they're like 60, did we help it or did we hurt it? So far, my initial impression is it feels better in the front. But what I don't know on the rear is if that's better yet. Where we softened up the rear suspension and firmed up the front and softened up the rear. So, oh yeah, it'll still spin out. It's on TC5. Rears are 67 degrees, so they're cold. I'm not worried about them yet. Look. This feels a lot better, but yeah, it's slippery. Oh, Thomas is here. Excellent. Now this guy's crazy fast, Thomas. Alright, there's Thomas. You get a drink. Oh, good. He's in the same car. Um, I don't know if he's in the same trim model. He might be in the 4. This is the 2. And that may be why they let this one slide around a little bit. You know, it's the 2. It's not supposed to have the downforce of the 4. It's got double the power and half the grip, you know. It's supposed to be kind of wild. Need to adjust the brakes just a hair. It's pretty good. Hello. Those bump settings I was telling you about. They are still pretty stiff. So yeah, I could go lower on those. What about an airborne there? And then what else can we adjust that we noticed? We don't know anything about tire pressure yet. Still got to oversteer here. Let's just go positive 1.5. Don't usually go that high, but this car needs help. I'd say traction control probably needs. We'll leave traction control at 5 because we need to know if it's still trying to spin out. If we mask that with a whole bunch of traction control, it'll go, but it'll go slow because it's always in traction control because it's always trying to slide. So I'm trying to do as much as I can with suspension, tires, and tweaking, and not rely on, cheating. So this is a very light car. We could go super light on the rear springs and super firm on the front and just see. I'm okay with a little front roll bias. I think we need to put more brake in the rear because the fronts are locking up once they got warmed up still. So that'll make the rear brakes do a little bit more, but you have to be careful because if you put too much in the rear, we'll go down 2 more ticks here and here. If you put too much in the rear, then the rear brakes will lock up first when you come to a stop. And if the back of the car is sliding, that means it's not slowing down. And if the front of the car is got all the weight on it from weight transfer and springs, it's going to slow down. So if one end of the car is slowing down, the other is not, the back end comes around the front. And you spin out just from hitting the brakes. This is considerably less. I really don't like this shape, to be honest with you. I usually go with a diagonal shape. Let's do that instead. Usually the bump on the rear is usually firmer. But I think that's too aggressive on that slow rebound too. Let's do this. Let's go diagonal. Kinda like that's kinda close to what I'm thinking. And that effectively gets us even softer than what I was originally going to go with here. So. But this one is a lot firmer on the rear. We'll try it. Like that. Let's see what that does. That's just some old school drag racer stuff. Let's see. Height 75 and 80. Alright. Let's go ahead and lower the front. These new changes and see. We may have to. Oh, wait a minute. That is 10 off. So the front is 70, the rear is 80. Perfect. That's what we wanted anyway. It was a 10 degree rate, or 10 millimeter rate, not degree. Okay, so everything's looking good. Let's just see how it feels. Eventually we'll come to a point where there's just nothing more you can do. You're just gonna have to turn up the traction control or ease into the throttle. Hey, Michael made it in here. Nice. He's in the Mercedes. Alright. He brought the GT2. Alright, that's cool. Let's see how the he loves that Mercedes, so that'll be interesting to see. You know what I mean? How that works. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Setting up some pit related stuff here. So I usually turn that off. I don't want new tires. If I come into pit to tune it, I don't want to add a bunch of fuel. I usually do that and just get it out of the way. Let's get it on. What's my frame rate here? 72. Huh, that's actually pretty good. Because I've got this capped at 72. I might be able to turn it up. But what's my GPU usage? No, I can't turn it up. GPU's 100%. Never mind. But my stream is only delayed 1.6 milliseconds. So the GPU's not behind, but it is pegged. Part of the GPU is used to... it's got a chip of its own to do the encoding, of course, but it's still, when you send it to 3 different places, it's a lot. I would get much better frame rate if I wasn't streaming. Maybe one of these days I'll get a capture card and another computer or something. The brakes got it in the ABS there, but they're bone cold, so the tires. It feels really more measured. It felt real twitchy before. This is smooth. Feels more glued, and these tires are cold. And we didn't have to turn up the traction control. It just feels... Once you get the tune right, the car's just way easier to drive. I mean, it'll probably still spin out if you overdo it, but... Oh, this is good. This is real good. I like this. We'll really start pushing it once we get some heat in the tires. Not a whole lot of overspin that time. Thomas is coming up on me. He'll catch me. Thomas is way faster than I am. He just ran a 149. Oh, there it is. Whoop. Didn't think we'll turn that one quite right, did I? Yep, here he comes. Well, I was going to let him have the inside. I guess he's up on me. Can't see him. I get to see what his tail lights look like for a while. Woo! Need more traction control. Let up because he's on the inside. Oh, is it race time? Oh, that's qualifying finished. Okay. All right. Ready for the next section. We'll get a little goofy race here. Wasn't expecting that so soon. A couple of people watching YouTube, one on Twitch, or two on Twitch, one on Twitch. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're on the melonracing.com servers. I've got 8 up right now. Right now, we're messing around with a brand new car, KTM Crossbow. This is the GT2 flavor. I got Thomas Swiss on my left here, and we got Michael behind me, I think. And Michael's in the AMG Mercedes. There he is. Oh, you chromed on. You chromed out. It's like a fighter pilot. All right. And then looks like Thomas is gone with the carbon fiber, and I've gone with the factory livery. He's taking it back off his right. Sorry. What? He's going wide. Oh, it brakes like that. What? Oh, I didn't save that brake bias change. That's what happened. I can't save it from here, but I can add it back. That should keep the fronts from locking up like it did. I was like, what the heck? I was going for a late break, and then I got out of the groove, and then never did save that change, I guess. Hey, Michael. He's waiting on me. I think he had to get his coffee, so we'll wait on Thomas come around. He's, yeah, he's pretty far ahead. We might even restart when he gets back or something. Stalled it. Look at this machine. I think it's all business. Like that turbo spool down. Ooh, that's good. They actually got that right. That's what a turbo sounds like when it spools down and there's no muffler. Yep. Yep. That's it. They got it. Perfect. if I keep running into him. He's using a standard line. I'm using a different line. He's using the line everybody would use if they don't know the track work very well. That's why we keep colliding into each other, because he's in the way. That's a pretty good run, though. We were all flying. I didn't even see Michael back there. Probably ran over his nose. Oh, I see some stuff I need to fix. I got too much tire pressure. Trying to see with these rear tires how hot they're actually going to get if you really run the shit out of it. And they are definitely over pressurized, so I need to adjust some stuff. Fronts are still locking up a lot. Oh, curve. This thing is crazy. The 28 on the front and rear. Yeah, they got about a pound too much on these tires after they got hot. They started getting kind of greasy, but not too bad. Fun car, man. I like that. I like that a lot. Like that a lot. um, man. Uh, oh, it's waiting for the next. Let me see what the website's doing. I'm still working on that stuff, guys. I'm sorry it's not quite perfect yet, but um, hmm. It's having trouble assigning who's on what server. It's goofy. But I'm gonna try a new technique today and see if I can get to actually nail it down. So yeah, not doing that anymore. Yeah, it's running. I'm happy. Let's do it again. Hopefully, we get some more people join us. Hmm. Didn't adjust the fuel. I forgot about that. Tires, yeah, they had too much pressure. That'll leave me a little under so I didn't properly fit anything. Start again. See how that feels. Right. It's again. I never did eat my breakfast. That's the problem. Yes. Okay. Yeah, they got this. Yeah, I was just giving the guys some kudos on the private beta tester section. Mm-hmm. So glad to have this car in the mix in this track. He's got really good braking. I'm streaming already. I'm just on a different server. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm getting the service over. Start the GT7. And it should be able to use the I'll reconnect there if they're still playing them. Just want to make sure the car is available on GT. Yes, it is. Okay, so that worked. Good. Okay. Let's see where they are. So we got two on multi-class. Cool. They aren't in Kylan. So this from join Kyalani. Reload our tune. All right. Load up our tune. A lot of camber in the rear. Let's try something radical. A little more grip in the rear. little more straight up and down tire. See if I keep it from spinning coming out of corner so bad. Because that will keep it off the traction control. Because that traction control just kills the momentum. Alright, let's worth a shot. Don't know until you try. Okay. Back to what we were doing here. Yeah, tire pressure, that should help. We fixed that earlier. She's very spinny off the line. Let's try 7, and then we'll dial it down as needed. We need to tune the try even less there, so it's not brake, because we can't. It's got bias, but not pressure. Alright, start with the developer. I think we made the changes already that we wanted to earlier. Huh. Weird. Michael's going to try. I think he might try that A10 too. Oh, he's swapping cars. Supercar tire. Oh, Michael's coming back. Well, get her going. Survive. Going to. A little better tune-up this time. Better tire pressure, I think. Minor stuff. I didn't know he got in that. I'll keep going off here. I got that right yet. He's climbing into his back seat. That hell of jitter watching me in F3 track view? Huh, that's weird. still, that's what it is. I messaged Nils to see if what he thought about adding a brake pressure adjustment on this car. I mean, the brakes are locking up. It's got too much pressure. Put more brake on the rear and less on the front. See what it does. If you end up with too much on the rear, it's just going to spin around when I hit the brakes. So both of us had Bitcoin jitter. Well, let's see what my ping is. Let me check the server. Nope, no packet loss. 18 millisecond ping to California. I'm in Tennessee, so I mean that's normal. My ping to the server is like 3, so if you're seeing jitter, Michael, it might be something else going on between us that I don't have any control over. Everything's clean here, best I can tell, but you know, where stuff happens. $80 frames, yeah. I thought about experimenting with my settings a little more, but my GPU usage is already high. So I think we'll just leave it there. It's running smooth, it looks good, so instead of interrupting the stream and stuff. And you know what I mean? Right, let's go, boys. The friend said he'd be on in a few. I was thinking about getting on another server. See who is on what server. Since Thomas is driving, but Michael's AFK, I think. See if I can get a group going. There's a couple on the multi-class in a race, though. I just want to get on a different track and a different car and mix it up, you know? Or stay in the same car, but a different track. Okay, it's in here. It's multi-class. Why is it not showing that on the multi-class? Let me check that. What car should we race? This is multi-class. Maybe ZL1. Doing that today. we can get a group on there. Maybe Michael and Thomas come over. Good. Oh, I must have turned up more cool. Put a little tune up on this Camaro real quick. No, this has got hypercar tires on it, probably, doesn't it? Okay, we're ready. Oh shit, I'm doing burnouts over here. Spike. Toot toot. Toot toot my horn. They got the meme cars out here. Tires are on. I think the rears are ready. 130 degrees and 23. Shortcut mode. Nope, we're blocking everything here. Oh shit. They're like, well, these guys are ruining our server. The wheel's broken. Anybody on the track? Michael is. We're all goofing around. Let's just do the next session. Go back to qual. That way we all take off together. Yo, they left. Oh no. Maybe they wanted another track. I forgot about it. I was going to check to see if it was going to rotate to the next track or not. There we go. Let's come back to this car. What is that? The BMW, if he stays in it, I'm trying to think. I don't know what the rating is in that car. I'm trying to get something kind of similar to that I would enjoy driving. What's the? Where is it? The rating on it 9.4, 230, 240 horse, 1200. All right. $9.4. Oh, you left. Okay. All right. I'm tired. I might take a break. Need to eat some lunch, and that way I'll be charged up for tonight. Right now we're just kind of testing some things, getting it ready. We need to make sure the rotation and voting and all that stuff's working on the new version. It's just gonna be. I'll be back a little bit. GG's fellas. What that's done.